Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you through a 20-minute beginner Pilates workout. So let's start in a standing position with the feet hip distance and just gently roll the shoulders back a few times. And switch directions, roll them forward, bringing some light movement into the body today. Last one. Inhale, reach your arms up above your head and clasp your hands. Exhale, lean over to your left side, feeling that lovely stretch up the right side of your body. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, up and over to the right side, feeling that same stretch through the left side of the body. Come back through center, lower the arms, look over your left shoulder, come center, look over the right, and center. One more each side, to the left, and to the right, and center. Now tip your chin up towards the sky and tip it down towards your chest, like you're slowly saying yes. Step your feet out a little bit and turn your toes out. We're going to inhale, lift the arms and sit the hips back, and exhale, stand up tall. Inhale, squat, exhale, come up tall. Inhale and exhale, sitting the hips back so that your knees stay directly over your ankles as you come into your squat, keeping the core and glutes engaged the entire time. Also make sure that your spine is staying neutral so you're not arching your back or hunching your shoulders forward here. Keep squatting, but let's add an alternating heel raise at the top. So squat down and lift the right heel. Squat down and lift the left heel, getting into our calves a little bit here. Inhale, squat. Exhale, stand and lift one heel. Inhale and exhale. Good job. One more each side. Last one. Now hold in your squat and just give me tiny lifts and lowers with the hips, burning out the legs here. Keep breathing. You got this. Just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up out of your squat. Walk your feet into hip distance. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fall forward over your legs. Quick stretch for the hamstrings here. Option to alternate lifting the heels, getting a deeper stretch on the opposite side's hamstring. And slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhaling, arms raise up towards the sky, and exhale, lower them to your sides. Let's walk out now into a wide V, so toes are pointing out at a 45-degree angle, arms are straight out to the sides, and we're going to bend and straighten the legs here. So inhale, bend, exhale, extend. Inhale and exhale. Make sure that your knees are directly over your ankles here and that your chest is lifted. Inhale and exhale for 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Now hold low in your squat. Arms come out to the sides. Let's raise the right heel and lower. Raise the left and lower. Again, working into those calves. Also feeling it in the legs, inner thighs, glutes. Everything's working here. Core is nice and tight as well. Lower the heels. Arms come up above the head. Let's pulse out those legs. Really burning them out here. Just tiny up and downs. Up 2 inches and down 2 inches with the hips. Last 2, last 1, straighten the legs, turn your toes to face forward, inhale, arms come up above the head, exhale, fall forward over your legs for a quick release through the legs and the back. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, bring your hands into prayer, and let's do some side lunges. So bend into your left leg, sending the hips back, and come back through center. Now bend into the right and through center. Make sure that your knee that is bending is staying directly over your ankle to protect that knee joint. Inhaling as you bend, exhaling as you press up through center. This is your last one to the right. Now bend into your left leg and then step your feet together. Come back into your lunge and step the feet together. Really pressing off of your left foot and lifting up into standing, firing up that entire leg. Option to stay here, but if you'd like an extra challenge, go ahead and lift the knee as you draw your legs together and go back out into your lunge. So lift the knee and lunge. Exhaling as you lift everything up, inhaling as you come into your lunge. This is your last one. Come back into your side lunge. Let's go back to that side-to-side movement. So center, bend into the right leg. Center, bend to the left. Inhaling as you bend, exhaling as you press up through the leg to come back to standing straight up. Now lean into the right leg and tap the foot in towards your left. Lunge to the right and tap it in. Again, pressing off of that right leg, activating up the entire leg. Inhaling as you lean into your lunge, exhaling as you come up tall. Again, option to add a knee lift as you draw the leg in, or just stay tapping it in. Both are great options. Make sure you're maintaining a nice flat back throughout this movement and keeping the chest lifted so you're not arching your back and you're not hunching your shoulders forward. This is your last one. Lift the knee, come back into your lunge, and straighten the legs. Stretch out through the upper body, walk the heels into hip distance, inhale arms above the head, exhale fall forward into your forward fold. A nice release for those legs, and go ahead and bend the knees and sit down onto your mat. Turn to sit towards the front of your mat, grab a hold of the back of your thighs, and slowly roll down onto your mat, one vertebra at a time. Bring your heels a little bit closer in towards your glutes, reach your arms up above your head, inhale to prepare, exhale, swing the arms forward and lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, lower everything down, and exhale, arms come forward and lift up. Inhale, lower, and exhale, crunch up. If this is too much pressure on the neck, feel free to rest your head in your hands with your elbows out wide to alleviate some of that tension. But wherever you are, you have 3 more like this. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Last 2, exhale, lift up. Last 1, inhale, lower. Now hold in your crunch. We're going to alternate lifting the knees. So lift the left knee to tabletop, place it down. Lift the right and place it down. Focusing on staying super stable throughout your upper body so your hips aren't shifting side to side as you lift opposite leg, only the legs are moving here. Lift the right knee and lower. Now hold your left knee lifted, bring the right up to meet it, lower the left and lower the right. Now lift your right knee, left, lower the right and lower the left. So we're walking the legs up to tabletop and then walking them back down. Again, only thing moving is those legs, hips and spine are stable. This is your last one. So lower one leg, lower the other. Now bring both knees to tabletop. We're going to alternate tapping toes to the floor. So tap the left toes and lift, right toes and lift. Left and right. Again, always having that option to either place your hands behind your head or lay the upper body down all together. Right toes and lift, left toes and lift. Make sure you're breathing here. It doesn't matter where you place your inhale and your exhale, just make sure that you're breathing somewhere. Last 3, last 2, and last 1. Lay your upper body down, hug knees in towards the chest, circle out your hips a few times if that feels good for you, pressing the lower back into the mat for a nice stretch. Now place your feet back on the ground a little bit closer to your glutes this time, and we're going to come into some bridges. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the hips up off the ground, inhale at the top, and exhale, roll down slowly back onto the mat. Again, inhale to prepare, exhale, slowly lift the hips up off the mat, inhale at the top, and exhale, roll down back to the mat. Let's do this 2 more times. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift up, inhale at the top, and exhale, slowly roll down. Last one, nice and slow like this. Exhale, lift, inhale at the top, and exhale, lower. Now inhale to prepare and just exhale to lift, and then inhale to lower back down. So bringing a little bit more speed into it here. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale and inhale, pressing through the heels, engaging through the glutes and squeezing the core as well. Last 2. Last 1, hold lifted, raise your arms up above your head and back to the mat. Lift and lower. Exhaling as the arms come up, inhaling as they draw back towards the mat. Make sure your hips don't drop at all here. Only thing moving is those arms. Last two. Last one. Arms come straight above the shoulders. Let's alternate lifting the heels. So lift the left heel, lower, lift the right and lower. Left and right. Getting into the calves here. Again, not letting those hips drop, working the entire lower body here. Now let's add a pulse with the hips as we have that heel lifted. So lift the right heel, lower and lift the hips and lower. Lift the left heel, lower and lift the hips and lower. Keep going. Just lowering and lifting the hips about an inch or two, really getting into those glutes here. Just a couple more. Last two. Last one. Lower the heels, just lift the hips up. Tiny pulses up with the hips. You got this. We stretch after this. Last three, two, squeeze and lift everything up and slowly lower the arms, slowly lower the hips to the ground. Good job. Hug the knees in towards the chest. We have one more quick glute series and then we move right back into abs. So bring your feet as wide as the mat this time, toes turned out 45 degrees, and exhale, lift the hips up. Inhale, lower back down, exhale, lift. Feeling this more in the outer glute than in a traditional bridge, just working a different area of that glute. This series is a lot shorter than our first bridge series, so just breathe through it. I know those glutes are burning, but we are not here for long. Last one, hold the hips lifted, tiny pulses with the hips for 10, 9, just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the hips to the ground. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Grab a hold of your right knee. Send your left leg out long, pressing your lower back into the ground, feeling that stretch on the front of your left leg and the back of your right leg. Hug both knees into your chest and switch sides. Left knee stays pulled in, right leg extends out long with the lower back pressing into the ground. Keep holding on to your left knee, but lift up your upper body and your right leg off the mat, coming into our single leg stretch. So alternate drawing in knee to chest and extending the other leg long. So switch and switch, switch and switch. Really reaching long through the toes of the leg that's extending, sending energy long down the mat. Option to stay here or straighten the legs, grabbing a hold of the back of your calf as you switch and switch. You're not here for long, just 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. Hug the knees in towards the chest, lower the upper body, send the arms and legs in opposite directions, and stretch through the entire body. Now bend your knees in slightly as we come into a modified roll-up. So inhale to prepare, exhale, crunch up through the upper body and grab onto the back of your thighs and walk yourself up to seated. Arms reach out in front of you and exhale, roll slowly down onto the mat. Again, inhale to prepare, exhale, grab the back of your legs, pull yourself up, inhale at the top, exhale, tuck the hips under and roll down onto the mat. Just moving slowly through this modified roll-up here, grabbing onto the back of your legs for support. But if you're feeling confident here, maybe skip that step and just leave your arms reaching out long the entire time. Moving slowly here and intentionally with the breath, so inhale at the bottom, exhale, crunch up, walk your hands up your legs, inhale at the top, exhale, tip the hips under, and slowly roll down. Awesome job. Last time, exhale, roll up slowly, inhale at the top, exhale, slowly roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Great job. Let's flip over onto our stomachs now so we can work the back side of our body. Forehead resting on the hands, legs as wide as the mat. Send energy long through your legs. Inhale to prepare and exhale, lift the left leg off the mat and lower it back down. Exhale, lift the right, inhale, lower. Keep alternating sides here, really extending down through the leg, making sure that you're feeling this in your glute and your hamstring. core is engaged here as well. Imagine that you're trying to lift your belly button up off of the mat. Just a few more like this, then we'll switch to the upper body. Last one. Now, inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the chest off the ground. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Try to lift up from your mid-back here rather than your low back to avoid any discomfort. Last one. Extend your arms out as wide as the mat and let's alternate lifting opposite arm and leg. So lift one arm in the opposite leg and switch. Switch and switch, swimming through this movement. Option to stay at this pace, or if you'd like a challenge, feel free to speed it up for 7, 6, 5, just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower everything down onto the mat, press yourself up and back into a child's pose here for a nice release through the back and the shoulders. Take a couple deep breaths in this stretch. We've only got a couple more moves left in class today. So ripple your spine forward. We're coming into a plank with our arms nice and straight. So step the legs back, shoulders over the wrists. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, pike the hips up towards the sky in a downward dog. Inhale, ripple back to your plank. Again, exhale, pike the hips up. And inhale, come back to your plank, using your lower abs to lift your hips up towards the sky, feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, and then rippling forward back into your straight arm plank. I love this plank variation because it is working our abs and our arms, but it's also giving us a nice stretch through the body. Give me 2 more. And ripple forward, and last one, hips lift up and ripple forward. Let's alternate drawing knees into the chest. So right knee in and left, right knee and left, just for 6, 5, keep breathing, just 4 more, and 3, last 2, last 1. Lower your knees to the ground, sit the hips back into that child's pose. We've got 1 more move left of class, and then we'll do a nice big stretch. So ripple your spine forward again, shoulders over wrists, knees step back so that you have a straight line from the top of your head down to your knees in a diagonal. Inhale to hug your elbows in towards your ribs and lower your chest to the mat. Exhale, lift up and press back into a child's pose. Shift forward, inhale, lower down with the elbows in, and exhale, press back, feeling these through the triceps. We're not here for long. Bend down into your push-up and press back into a child's pose. Just 2 more, working through those arms here. Press back into your child's pose. Last one, maybe lower a little bit more, and press back into your child's pose. Shift back forward into your all fours position. Let's come into some cat-cows. So inhale, lower your stomach to the mat, press your heart forward through your shoulders. And then exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round out through the back. Again, inhale, stomach to the floor, heart through your shoulders. And exhale, chin to chest, arch your back. Now sit your hips back again into your child's pose and walk your hands over to your left side, feeling a nice stretch up the right side of your body. Walk your hands through center and hang out here for a second. And then walk your hands over to the right side, feeling that same stretch up the left side of the body this time. Walk your hands back through center and slowly roll up through the spine. Bring your feet out from under you, send your right leg out long and bend your left knee in towards your hip. Inhale, arms come up, exhale, fall forward over the right leg, feeling that nice release through the right hamstring as well as the back. Slowly walk your hands up your leg and place your left foot across your right thigh. Inhale, lift up through your right arm, and exhale, twist over your left shoulder, placing your right elbow onto your left knee. Feeling that nice twist through the spine, just breathing into this stretch. Go ahead and release, and let's switch sides. Extending the left leg, bending the right knee in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fall forward over your left leg. Feeling that same stretch in the hamstring and the low back. Walk your hands slowly up your legs, cross your right foot over your left leg. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, twist over the right shoulder, elbow touching your right knee. Breathing into this twist for the spine here, feeling that nice rotation. And come back through center. Find a cross-leg position in the center of your mat. Inhale, lift the right arm. Exhale, lean over to your left side, feeling a nice stretch up the right side of your body. Come back through center and inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale, fall over to the right side, feeling that same stretch on the opposite side. And come back through center. Alright everyone, that is it for today's 20-minute beginner Pilates class. I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks everyone!